Hello out there. Well, I want to talk about a few things, and you probably hear echo of me talking. I forgot to mute on YouTube. So, so I'm going to talk about the end of Hollywood as we know it. I want to talk about the death of certain franchises and how I feel about them. I watched a pretty good show yesterday. It's called Critics Court. Um, well, if you, a lot of guys, if you guys seen it, you know what I'm talking about. I want to talk about how I feel about what has happened to Star Wars and Marvel and Disney and a lot of beloved franchises. You know, I am 47 years old. I can honestly say I seen Empire Strikes Back when it released its original run in theaters when I was a kid. I seen Return of the Jedi when it originally released in theaters back in the 80s. I took my kids to see when they re-released the special edition episodes 4, 5, and 6. Then we watched episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And we saw Attack of the Clones, and then we saw Revenge of the Sith. I think the last Star Wars movie I actually went to see in theaters was The Force Awakens. I was hyped. I was so pumped. We were getting Star Wars back. That first teaser trailer, when you seen the Millennium Falcon flying around, you got TIE fighters, and the ship is flipped upside down, and it. Then at the end of that, you seen Han Solo and Chewbacca, and you know they walked into the Falcon, and Han looks over at Chewie and says, "Chewie, we're home." Still to this day, that scene brings a tear to my eye. And Kathleen Kennedy destroyed Star Wars. It was a bait and switch. You know, when I was watching Critics Court yesterday, I had to say that Ryan Kendall, RK Outpost, he's also part of Geeks and Gamers and whatnot. Yes, I am subbed to him. I do watch their content. I'm not going to hide it. I am a sub to D-Day Cobra, Geeks and Gamers. A lot of the people who are part of Geeks and Gamers, I'm sub to Nerderotic, Quarter Black Garrett, X-Ray Girl, as a lot of people that are part of Friday Night Tights. I watch their shows every week. So I'm not hiding that. There is a good argument to make how people like Kathleen Kennedy, Dave Filoni, Ryan Johnson, and many, many more people who are under the Lucasfilm, LucasArts, whatever you want to call it, banner, has slowly bled this beloved franchise. Star Wars is truly dead. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, DJ Cobra himself, he's right. Star Wars is dead. There's really no way that Star Wars can come back from disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. Look what they did. Look what they did to Luke in The Last Jedi. They made him a bitter old man. Me growing up, seeing Luke go from a farm boy on Tatooine to Endor, in the Death Star, the second Death Star, fighting his father, help redeeming his father. That hero's journey was so epic. Fast forward to The Last Jedi. Luke Skywalker went from a hero to a bitch. My honest opinion, and I'm right. I'm 100% right on this. Sorry about the background noise. We got idiots riding up and down the road with damn four-wheelers and shit. And yes, I have the complete Skywalker trilogy. From episode 1 all the way to The Rise of Skywalker. And I have to say, Rise of Skywalker is absolute dog shit. You know, a lot of people say, can you remember any lines from the sequel trilogy? One line. I can name one line. Somehow Palpatine has returned. You know, if you guys wanted to use the extended universe, the stuff that you literally tried to wipe from existence. Now Dave Filoni is trying to bring back Heir to the Empire, Legends continuity, that you guys literally said, oh, this doesn't exist, this doesn't matter, but yet you're using it? Are you serious about this? You know, it makes no sense to me. It absolutely makes no sense to me. How you take a franchise that's made a lot of money, a well-developed story, world building, characters, a mythology. You took it it was at the top of its mountain. There was nothing that could really touch Star Wars in that genre. You took it from way up high and you buried it in the dirt. It's in the shit of the earth. You know, when George Lucas was running Lucasfilm, Star Wars was great. Disney buys it. Kathleen Kennedy tiptoes her little prissy, smug ass into the damn office. And Star Wars goes to what? Everybody? Shit. It becomes Shit Clown Wars. Shout out to the 199. You know, it's like Indiana Jones. You had Raiders of the Lost Ark, and yes, it is Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's not Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark. You've got Temple of Doom. A lot of people love Temple of Doom. Myself, being a kid, seeing that movie, it scared the living crap out of me. I mean, if you know, you know. The part where the priest walks up, gives that guy that freaky, Kool-Aid, black blood juice, whatever it was, reaches into his chest, grabs his heart. The dude's still alive, heart's beating. You know what I mean? And I mean, he gave a short round. I mean, come on, that's a plus. And then we had Last Crusade. Probably my favorite of the movies. My favorite. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull wasn't god awful like a lot of people said. It had its moments. It had, it was terrible in parts. I mean, come on, the whole surviving a nuclear blast in a lead line refrigerator, not practical. Because, I mean, even if he was in that refrigerator, just that blast alone and him getting, like, thrown, I don't know how many miles away from the ground zero where it was at, that would have killed him. And him being that close to that radiation from that cloud, he wouldn't have been around by the time, Dial of Destiny was, supposed to be happening. I mean, there's no way in hell. Everything that Kathleen Kennedy has touched has gone to shit. Everything. I mean, there's a video out there going around where her and J.J. Abrams, or Gary from Nerd Rock, Jar Jar Abrams, I just call him Glasses, weirdo, simp. They talk like George Lucas is dead. I mean, they literally killed George Lucas off when he was still alive, people. It blows my mind, and it really makes me so angry to watch The Last Jedi and seeing my hero, Luke Skywalker. Now, you can say what you will about Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill is a piece of shit on the stuff that he did, doing the COVID stuff. I am talking about the character, Luke Skywalker. Not the man that's playing him, but the character. If a lot of older people like myself know, Star Wars, the original trilogy, was Luke's journey from farm boy to a man, to a hero. And what did they do? Here comes Rey, a Mary Sue, who really just comes in and she knows how to use the Force, everybody. Was it too long ago? I saw somebody too. I can't remember who it was. It was like a stupid fucking video. This person puts out there, well, I mean, Rey is so good with the Force. I mean, because look who her grandpappy was. It was Palpatine. And I'm thinking that has to be the dumbest fucking excuse I've ever fucking heard. Luke and Leia are the children of Anakin fucking Skywalker. The man that was conceived by the Force. No father. The Force created him. Which was retconned later on. It was Palpatine and Lord Plagueis, whatever his name fucking was. Everybody knows who I'm talking about by now. The movie's been out for a very long time. can't say plagueless. I know a lot of people give the prequels a lot of flack, especially Hayden Christensen's portrayal of Anakin Skywalker. And I have to say, Attack of the Clones was a great movie to me. It shows Anakin's downward spiral to the dark side. Literally. A young man who was literally ripped away from his mother by Qui-Gon Jinn. Basically, everybody, yeah, he literally, magically used his Jedi powers to get the kid away from his mom because he thought he was going to be, he's the chosen one. Don't forget, everybody, it ended up being Rey being the chosen one. God, that has to be the dumbest damn decision I've ever fucking seen. You guys should be ashamed of yourself. Why couldn't we get one damn scene of Han, Luke, Leia, Chewie, R2, 3PO together, and Lando? Carrie Fisher died. We'll never get that again. And the guy that played Chewbacca is gone. We'll never get that. I mean, look what they did on Picard not too long ago, where they had the original cast from Next Generation on Picard. We wanted that for Star Wars. And you never gave it to us. That's what we wanted. We wanted Han. We wanted Luke. We wanted Leia. We wanted Lando. We wanted Chewie. We wanted 3PO and R2 in the Millennium Falcon flying across the galaxy for one more adventure. And what did we get? Luke getting cucked to the other side of the known realm. The other part of the galaxy. Scared to death and hiding out like a little bitch. Luke Skywalker is a fucking Jedi Knight. He's a hero. Part of that critics' court yesterday, there was a part where the guy that was the prosecution, I can't remember his name. I just call him smug dumb fuck, right? It's the guy that Ryan was talking to when Ryan. If you guys watch that video, man, it's hilarious. When Ryan found out this dude works closely with Dave Filoni, you could just see he had his what was that moment in the Death Heard trial when Amber Heard said Kate Moss. When Ryan Kendall heard that dude said Dave Filoni, he had his yes moment, That was great, man. That was awesome, man. Shout out to that, man. That was some good shit. I subbed. I missed like the other parts. I gotta go back and rewatch the other ones. But damn, that was so damn good. It was so good. And he brings up this point about how it's true that Disney has labeled people like myself, like G&G and other critics and people that have a negative viewpoint who criticize these movies. They've labeled us as racist. I mean, they just came out saying that we're some kind of, troll terrorist because the Little fucking Mermaid. I wouldn't take dog shit to see that movie. It's an abomination. It's a straight up abomination. How can you take a beloved movie? I remember seeing this movie when I was a kid. I remember this movie. The first Disney movie my daughter ever seen was The Little Mermaid. And you guys literally destroyed it. These woke politic bullshit. And guess what, everybody? It's June 1st. Happy Rainbow Month, I guess. Also, this is Groomers Awareness Month. You know, go figure, right? I'm not going to get into that right now. That'll be another stream. You know, you have movies that have done so well. Okay, let's look at this. If you give the fans what they want, that's what you work for us. You're supposed to make movies that we love, we like. So we would have the notion to go pay our hard-earned money to watch your dog shit. That's not working anymore. You've had movies with no woke agenda made billions this year. And no, I'm not talking about The Little Mermaid. No, I'm not talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. No, I'm not talking about a few other movies that's come out. I'm talking about Top Gun Maverick. And I am also talking about the Mario movie, which I got to see. And it was fucking awesome. Do you know who we had to thank for that Mario movie being made? The Sonic the Hedgehog movie, the first one. You guys remember when that first trailer came out for Sonic, the Jim Carrey Sonic movie, and everybody hated it? Sonic looked like roadkill. He looked like he looked so stupid. And then when the fans' backlash happened, you didn't see the people who made that movie say, "Oh, y'all racist. You all are terrorists." All the key, buzzwords to call people that disagree with your stuff. You didn't see that. They listened to our criticism. They went back, delayed the movie, fixed it, and it was good. The second one was even better. Then we got Mario. At first, I had my questions about it. Even I scratched my head when Jeremy D-Day Cobra said, it's going to make $1 billion. He wasn't wrong. Nintendo gave the fans what they wanted. If Disney, Marvel, DC, and other companies would look and listen to the fans, and cater to the fans, people would come back and watch their stuff. But no, you hire people that fit a check mark in a box. You have people with pronouns in their bios, which is downright stupid. I'm going to say it. There's only two genders. There's male and female. That's it. But I'll be honest with you. I really don't care what you want to call yourself. I identify as a big asshole. I'm an asshole. I don't hide it. You can call me a racist. You can call me homophobic. You can call me whatever the fuck you want. Guess what? I hate everybody. If you disrespect me, talk down towards me, be an asshole towards me, expect it right back. I think that's something that people are missing in this day and age. There's too many people out there, they get their feelings hurt by the least little thing. It's true. People nowadays could never survive an old school Call of Duty Modern Warfare lobby. No way in hell. No way in hell. You want to talk about toxic? I want to tell you something. I've been called everything but the child of God in those goddamn lobbies. Everything from I've been called something he just like a Ritz cracker, but it's not. Take Ritz off of it, to the N word. Hell, you can't even have lobbies that like that anymore. I mean, after the whole, people getting all angry and butthurt, they have that system set up now. If you like say anything out of the norm, you get banned from a game in a heartbeat. That's sad. And it's gotten to the point where, what was it, not too long ago, people were trying to get teabagging, removed from the game, the mechanics of teabagging. Oh, come on, man. Don't take our teabagging away. Christ. That's a staple of Halo, man. You walk up on somebody and you just rub it in, man. Rub it in. There's been a lot of stuff that's been going on lately with the whole gender swapping and identity politics that's been going on with the movie industry as of late. And I'm old school. I was a kid that growed up in the late 70s, early 80s, right? The heyday of cartoons, the heyday of movies, music, you name it, it was there. There was a show that came out, actually two shows that came out, one in the late 70s, early 80s, and one in the 80s to the early 90s, both with Native American heroes. One was called Black Star, and the other one was called Brave Star. Black Star was a Native American astronaut who got pulled through a black hole, landed on a planet named Sagar, or Sagar, whatever it is. It's on YouTube. You can look it up. And his destiny was always to go to this planet and help the people there fight this tyrannical leader that had this, very powerful sword that broke in half. Brave Star was a Native American sheriff who goes to a planet called New Texas, and he ends up having the abilities to he can hear like a wolf. He has the speed of a puma, strength of the bear, eyes of the hawk. days, the good old cartoon days, man. Nowadays you don't have that. You have woke agenda. I mean, look at the new Transformers animated show, man. They teach Optimus Prime about genders. For fuck's sakes. Stop destroying our childhoods. Come on, man. God, I need that clip of fucking Biden. Come on, man. You just can't do this anymore. This needs to stop. You're wondering why you're losing billions on movies. You wonder why people are not going to your theme parks. I mean, look at California, man. They have where, little children go into Disney World, Disneyland. I can't remember which one's out in California. I get them confused. And they have a dude dressed in a dress taking little girls in there to show them princesses dresses and helping them with them on and stuff. Ain't that just a little strange to you people? To me, that don't look right. It don't sound right. The optics are not right, man. Don't have that down in Florida, I can guarantee you that. And you got this stuff with the Babylon Bee. God, that was a shit show, man. Over there with D-Day Cobra, man. That was a shit show. Those two that one Twitter space, man. That was a shit show and a half. Man, that was awesome. I enjoyed that. I stayed up all night and watched that, man. I watched that. That was awesome. And yeah, you got Ron DeSantis literally, announcing that he's going to be president. He's going to run for president of the United States in a tourist space. They couldn't get the fucking work. Come on, Elon, get your shit together, man. I'll be honest with you. I think Elon was trolling DeSantis to get him in there because he knew it was going to crash and make him look like a fool. I believe it. I honestly believe it. I believe that he was going to do that. Oh, man, that was glorious, man. That was just outright glorious. Funny as shit. Then you had the Gollum game that came out. I feel really bad for the people that bought that turd. I've been watching Ass from Hills versus Babyface play that. And I swear I thought he was going to say gamer words for the last couple days that he's been playing that. Oh, man. Muller's been playing it and it's been messed up. I ain't going to play dog shit like that. Man, I play Halo. I play Gears of War. I sometimes mess around with Call of Duty. Here lately, I've been playing Conan Exiles, and the new age of Conan is going to be coming out by the end of the month. I believe it's the 22nd. It's the Age of War. I can't wait to play that. That's going to be something I've been waiting to play. And yes, I have console. I'm on Xbox. I really don't play anything else. I have a decent computer, but it doesn't have the capacity to play on computer games or nothing, unless it's like Command and Conquer, 0 Hour Generals. I don't have that right now. If I had like another monitor and I had that game, I would be playing the hell out of it because I do love that game. That's actually a good game. I've been playing a lot of Halo Master Chief. I just ran through Halo Reach, Halo Combat Evolved. I skipped Halo 2 because Halo 2 is like one of those games I had to be really motivated to play. Don't take me wrong. I mean, I love that game. Halo 2 is, a phenomenal game. It's like my top my top 3 in that series. Yeah, because it's only Halo 1, 2, and 3. Reach is good. Reach is a good prequel. ODST was a real decent game. Really didn't like 5. Infinite, the campaign was decent. Multiplayer was garbage. I just, start going back and playing that. I mean, here lately, a lot of games that's been coming out have been broken. And, you think that, these games have plenty of time for development and people to work on them, get them right. They beta tested the freaking multiplayer mere weeks before they launched the campaign, right? For Halo Infinite. And I'm thinking, okay, this is a beta, but yet you're launching the game within 3 weeks. Something not right here. The disaster of Redfall. I'm not playing that. I wanted to play it. I've heard the reviews. I've seen the gameplay. I'm not playing that. No, they're gonna have to get it. They're gonna have to do at least 2 to 3 good patches on there before even I want to try to play that game. Let's see. Well, that's pretty much it. I mean, I like playing freaking Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm a so-so on GTA right now. The new Saints Row is totally garbage. In my opinion, don't buy it. It's woke as fuck. It makes this month look straight. You know what I mean? When it comes to if you want to play good Saints Row game, 3 and 4 are pretty decent. I like 4 because the 4 is where you do with aliens and you get all the superpowers and it's like a Matrix style game and you're in a simulation. It's actually a fun game to play. It really is. It's like the bastard child of Saints Row because people's like, oh, it takes away from the element from 1 and 2, and I'm like, the thing is though, 1 and 2 are okay. 3 and 4 are good. I can honestly say I beat 3 and 4. Really never liked 1 and 2. It just wasn't my thing back then. To me, the graphics made my head hurt, and you really, the thing is, with certain graphics of certain stuff now, we live in an age now where everything's in 4K, HD, and the resolutions have gotten way better in gaming. Try to go back and play like an old Gen 1 Xbox game, the original Xbox, the big Xbox, the big cube, right? The original with the bulky controller and everything, which you can with Game Pass. I mean, you can play original Xbox games on there. Thing is, I can't do it. The graphics are terrible. They never updated the graphics for these games, right? Then you have the 360 games. It's really hard to play a 360 game on the, I have an Xbox Series S. I have the white one, the one without the disc. I bought it a couple years ago. I love it. It saves on me having to buy physical copies. And yes, I know when the internet goes out, you can't play it. But yeah, I know that. I would rather have it where I can download it and play it. I can buy it, download it. If I had to install it, I can reinstall it. Don't have to buy nothing over again. The stuff is still there. it's a lot better to have that than have, like, I don't know, say like your TV console full of, gaming boxes, right? It's annoying. You have to clean them, you have to keep them straight. I have enough hard time to do that with my movies, my DVDs. But getting back to Star Wars and stuff. If I had the power, just say Bob Iger, whoever's in, has the power at Disney would come to me and say, Phantom, we want you to make Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, Lucasfilm great again. What would I do? For one, I will rewrite the wrongs that Kathleen Kennedy and the rest of those idiots over there did by going straight to Gina Carano and say, look, what would it take to bring you back, give you your cartoon show? What would you want? And if she would say the most ridiculous thing, I would move heaven and earth to grant that to her. Because they did her dirty. Pedro Pascal called a lot of people, a good portion of Americans, the guys from World War II. He contributed us to them. And he still kept his job. And Gina Carano was actually stating the truth. And she got fired for it. You know what, Kathleen Kennedy and the guys at Disney, you know the reason why The Mandalorian Season 3 failed? Because you screwed over Gina Carano. Nobody cared. Did I watch the series? Yes. What my opinion was of it? It was dog shit. As soon as the series was over with, I unsubbed from Disney Plus. I've been a member of Disney Plus since day one. Since, since the day that The Mandalorian Season 1 premiered. The very first episode. That's the reason I got it, was for that show. They did the character of Boba Fett. They made him a cuck. And I think it was fitting how Mando at the end of Season 3 got his balls cut off and put in Bo-Katan's purse. I loved it. I laughed, man. I enjoy seeing his pain. This ain't my show no more. It's her show. Good. You deserve it, you fucking idiot. He did the Last of Us, right? He thinks he's this mega star. I mean, come on. He starred in Wonder Woman 1984, and that movie was dog shit too. That completely derailed Wonder Woman 3. Don't take me wrong, Gal Gadot was phenomenal, man. She's hot. She could put her lasso of truth around me any damn time and squeeze. It's like what Netflix did to Henry Cavill. With The Witcher. Witcher Season 1 was great. Season 2 was Season 3 I won't get to watch it because I'm not I'm not going to resubscribe to Netflix. And if I would just subscribe just to see the freaking the third and final season of the Ultraman series that's on there. I like that. The first 1 and 2 was really good. Great stories, great characters. Anything else can just go, take a shit and bust yourself. And then look what James Gunn and them did to Henry Cavill over there at DC. I had this little thing that I was thinking about this, and I might make a video about this because I want to hear what everybody's opinion on this. I believe, honestly, that the people at Netflix went to James Gunn and said, look, we want Cavill out. Cavill's been talking about that he would love to come back and do Superman, but he's stuck doing this show. Convince him he was going to get the role of Superman back. Let him quit this show. Think he's going to be back as Superman. Can his ass like that. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. I think Henry Cavill, a lot of people's right. Henry Cavill should be a bigger star than what he is now. I loved him in the movie The Immortals with Mickey Rourke. That was a great movie. That was a phenomenal movie. I loved that movie. It was awesome. It was great. A lot of people didn't like Justice League. A lot of people didn't like, Man of Steel. I enjoyed Man of Steel. I actually liked that storyline. It was different. Still, Christopher Reeve is my Superman. He's my Superman from my childhood. 100%. Chris Reeve all the way. R.I.P. Big man upstairs. There's been a lot that's been going on lately with Hollywood. This agenda that they've been literally, force feeding us this stuff for years. And a lot of people have been trying to figure out, when did this start? When did this whole woke agenda really started? And I'll be honest with you, I believe it started on TV. There's certain shows that started coming out with this narrative of race swapping, gender swapping. It was slow, it was steady, it was methodical. When they were saying hey, nobody's noticing this. Let's add another person here and there. But when it comes to Marvel, they started in the comic books right after Stan Lee's death. R.I.P. Excelsior. You guys really think about it, at the end of Stan Lee's life, he just really didn't care about the comics and stuff anymore. There's videos out there where he actually said he wanted to go, and they wouldn't let him go. I don't know how truthful that was, but that was out there. I grew up on Spider-Man. I grew up on the Fantastic Four. I grew up on Batman. I got a freaking Batman symbol tattooed on my arm, and that's from Batman Forever. And yes, I love Batman. Michael Keaton's Batman. I am so stoked to see The Flash, just to see Michael Keaton back as the big bad bat. Do I think it's going to make money? Yes. Will it make back its budget? Probably by barely, but I think it will. And the rumors are that they're not going to get rid of Ezra Miller. God, you're idiots. Just because this freak, yes, he is a freak. Look up all the bullshit that he did. It's kind of funny that they allow people that have bios, they have their pronouns and shit, and, they go by pronouns. They're allowed them to get away with just about anything these days. It's just so ridiculous. But a normal person like myself or other people would be like, hey, there's only one gender. There ain't 50 trillion of them. That's the thing wrong with this world. I think really the only place that actually around the world that don't believe in this woke garbage is Japan. It's Japan. And you have like Saudi Arabia and Iran and stuff like that, which it's funny. It's Pride Month, right? You see these big corporations. Ooh, we gotta change our symbols to rainbows, and we're gonna get a little flamboyant and blah 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 blah. Blah. But yet, over in say Iran or Iraq or China and other places, they don't do that shit. I mean, what was it? There was a thing from Blizzard that was like saying that they're going to protect those people in those countries by not doing the LGBTQ plus horseshit pride stuff for like Overwatch. You know what that is? Them gaslighting you because all they want is the damn money. Money talks, bullshit walks, people. That's the way of the universe. That's how it's always been. That's always how it is. And that's how it's going to be. Money talks and bullshit walks. You know? This is how it is. I'm just glad that there are people that are literally standing up to this crap right now and saying, look, enough is enough. I mean, look, Dylan Mulvaney is a grifter. Pretty much, he did like a video like a few days ago saying, oh, look, I have feelings for women. Motherfucker, you're not gay. You're not that. You're using your shit. You're doing woman face. You know better than the people that were back in the 30s, the 20s and 30s that did blackface. You know better than them. You know better than them. You're doing woman face. That's racist. You have Target doing this whole Pride Month clothing bullshit. I don't care if you a man who loves a man. I don't care if you're a woman who loves a woman. I don't care if you're a man who thinks you're a woman. I don't care if you're a woman who thinks you're a man. I don't fucking care. Keep kids out of it. Stop saying that your kid knows who the hell they want to be at 9 months old or some shit. That's just disgusting. People like you shouldn't have kids. All you're doing this is get brownie points from other people, and it's sad. It is sad. It's disgusting. It's evil. It's twisted. It's heinous. Hey, you fuckers would rather get brownie points from the smallest percentage of people on the planet. You want to be good in the eyes of a very small speck of dust on the spectrum of life. You want to be acknowledged by that community so bad that you're going to destroy your own damn children to do it. That's wrong. That's disgusting. That's evil. That's twisted. Stop. You're supposed to protect your children. You're supposed to love your children. You're not supposed to take your children and say, if you have a boy, oh, you're going to be a girl. You're a girl. You feel like a girl. You love boys. That's disgusting. And the same with a girl. You love girls. You want to be a boy. It's just wrong. And to these people that are confused, who gender dysphoria is a real thing. It is a mental illness. It is a mental illness. It's a known fact. And people use this as an excuse to twist people that don't have it to believe they have it. It's disgusting. It's evil. It's beyond evil. You know, I mean, these days you have a lot of evil people. I mean, you can look all over Twitter and you can see where you have these fights where you have white violence happening to white people, violence happening to women. You have the black community attacking white people. Yet you don't see no videos of the whites going after blacks or whites going after anybody. Usually they're the ones that are being attacked. We are halfway, almost halfway of this year already. We have a president that's literally destroyed this country. When it comes to Biden, the lights are on, nobody's at home, the elevator definitely does not go to the top floor, and he's definitely a few bricks short of a stack. You could probably blow into his ear and you can hear it whistling out the other side. Or you can put your finger in one of his ears, blow it up, and he'll say, "Thank you for the refill." The man's on autopilot all the time, and it's terrifying. And you got people up in Washington that want a war. I'll be honest with you. The only reason why America is helping Zelensky in Ukraine is the oil. It's the natural resources that Ukraine has. That's what they want. Do I condone this war? Hell no. Do I want to condone making it worse to where we have nuclear war? Everybody loses. After the end of this thing with Ukraine and Russia, who's gonna be a true winner? Sure hell ain't gonna be the people. It's gonna be the people in charge that gets the money. All this is a garbage bullshit excuse to waste money in a country none of us has been to. I don't even know where it is on the map, be honest with you. I've never wasted the time to actually look it up. Because to be honest with you, I don't care. I am worried of a madman who's in Russia, who is literally right now has his finger on the button. And it doesn't help that we're giving Zelensky all these drones that he's turned around and he's using them as kamikaze missiles and stuff to attack civilians and stuff in Ukraine. I mean, I know two wrongs don't make a right. I know that. It doesn't. How many times has Russia and Ukraine have gone to the negotiation table and either the United States, the United Kingdom, or some other fucktard that's over there, one of those medieval fucktards over there in the EU says, "All right, you're not doing this. You're not negotiating." I believe when Trump gets into office, he will win 2024. When he says that he can stop this war, I don't think he'd do it in 24 hours, but I believe when he gets in office, he can stop it pretty quickly. I believe it. I believe he can. I honestly believe that he can do it. I truly believe he can do it. Am I a Trump supporter? Absolutely. Thing is, though, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I support what he does. I don't have to be either one. I'm an independent. Hell, I'll be honest with you. I'm actually neutral on all shit. But he has been the only president in my 47 years on this planet that actually did the shit that he said he was going to do. He actually prevented us from going into wars. He's the first president in our history, our nearly 200-year history, 250 years, I think, history. They never took us into war. You know, I've been on here. Crap, I've been on here about an hour. So I'm going to end it. Thank you for the few people that's come in and watch. Would have been nice y'all would have talked in the chat. Maybe the next time. But I am going to probably go watch stuff on YouTube. I might play a couple games with Halo. I'll probably be back either probably Sunday, I guess. Maybe. But I do want to try to do a regular upload schedule of some gaming and some streaming. All my socials are in the description. If you like what you see, make sure to share, like, subscribe for more great content. I am Phantom X, and I will see you on the next one. Have a good night, everybody.